Hi everybody, welcome to the stream. Guess what I did that was stupid? So if you were here before, obviously, you know, you saw me play Dissidia, I took a short break and then I'm back now. Cutting it close to the end at the time I want to end at, but, you know, we'll get there. But yeah, I haven't got the game installed. I don't know why, I guess it's because when I was... It's not that big. It's installing now, it's not that big. It's like half a gig, but it's fine. I can install it and it's fine. Could be cloud sync, so it's fine. But yeah, so we're going to be playing Kaori After Story. I don't know where we left off, so it's going to be a journey for you and for me. Part 1 and 2 is available. We're on part 3 now. Parts 1 and 2 is available in the playlist on my YouTube channel. If you're on Twitch, the VODs aren't available anymore because they delete after like so many days for affiliate. I don't know how long it was back in the day, but like they delete very quickly now. So, right, wow, that is loud. Wow. Is it downloaded yet? It's almost downloaded. Yeah, there it is. It's downloaded. Alright, let's launch it up and make sure it's all good, and then I can go from there. Yep. Background music is loud. Hopefully it's okay. It's all good here. And when was the last save? The last save was 2019. That must have been my first playthrough. We want 2023. So yeah. Last time I played was in September of 2023, it looks like. So that's there. Oh, crappy crap on a cracker. No. Crappy crap on a cracker. Don't know what I'm saying that. Hold on. Let me launch it again. Let me launch it again. Get everything queued up, and then we'll start it. And then where is it? There we go. Yep. There we are. Right. There we go. It's all good. It's all being captured. Right. That's cool. And I just want to double check something before we begin. I know I'm cutting it close here, but I want to quickly check something before we begin. And that is where we left off last. So quickly watch the last of it. And cloud error? Why? Why is there a cloud error for the game? Oh. Why is there a cloud error? If I sync, there you go. It synced it. Cool. That's weird. So we go live, and then we go to part 2, and then I want to see quickly where we left off last. It was I think they went on a trip, so they're at the thing, and it looks like they went on a trip. It looks like. So we were at the parents' house. So we went with Kaori for Christmas. For Christmas. This continues on from Ace Academy. So this is a spin-off from Ace Academy, which we've played through. The entire playthrough is on. The entire playthrough is on my YouTube channel in a playlist, Ace Academy. It's on my YouTube channel. There's a playlist for it. And this leaves off from that if you chose Kaori as your romantic route, because there's different characters you can get with, and this is a spin-off from Ace Academy if you chose Kaori as your romantic interest. And you go to visit her parents' place, and get to meet her family, and basically you're celebrating Christmas with her. You're spending Christmas with her and her family. And like I said, it's a spin-off from Ace Academy, so you're not going to get maybe some of the references and some of the characters if you haven't watched me play Ace Academy, but this is coming off of that. So if you do, I hope you do stick around to watch me play through, play through it a little bit more today and then tomorrow. But during that time, if you want to get caught up, you can always watch Ace Academy, or just watch from the start of this, which there's only 2 parts right now because also I took a break from streaming. So this being the 3rd part today. So if you want to watch part 1 and part 2, but this is a continuation of Ace Academy. So yeah, it looks like we've gone on some sort of trip, I guess. Trying to go back. Looks like we went on some sort of trip. We made it. Yeah, we made it. Some sort of trip, I guess. Yeah. So it looks like we went on a trip. We went on a trip somewhere. I forget where it is. We went on a trip somewhere, and that's where we're at right now. So let's launch up the game and get part 3 underway. But that's where we're at. We obviously we've taken a break. I guess it's during summer vacation, Christmas vacation. We've gone to spend time with Kaori and her family, and I'm going to butcher her name. With her family, and we've taken a break from visiting her family. We've gone somewhere else to, I guess, on a little trip. I think it's maybe a festival of some sort. I feel like maybe it's like a snow festival, Christmas festival of some sort, and we've gone to experience that, I guess. So yeah, let's continue it. Let me do that, and then that, and then let's all shut the game. And I'm going to shut up while the intro starts because it's a cool intro and I want to see it.
On this cold winter night, I can feel your hand in mine, and suddenly I'm sure that everything is alright. Search for
That was nice. Alright, let's continue. Let's do it. Part 3 after well over half a year. Let's continue. So yeah, so that was my old playthrough, when I first played it. And then we've got here, which I've only got 3 saves, I guess because this is part 3, so this is like not that far. And then this is 8:33 apparently, 8:33 p.m. Boy, I did this late. Okay, let's continue. 23rd. So that was the last time I played. It was 23rd September 2023. How many more months have we got till September? 1, 2, 3. So we are like 3.5 months off of a full year. 3.5 months. The last time I played this was almost 3.5 months from a full year ago. So that's, hold on, 11, 12, 9. So like 8.5 months ago I last played this. Now part 2 was 8.5 months ago. Well, every good things come to those who wait. Let's continue. I hope it's not too loud. Right. We wake up bright and early at the hotel and order room service for breakfast. Afterwards, we put on our hats and jackets and start our day. So, what are the plans for today? Kaori unfolds a small map she must have gotten from the front desk yesterday.
The ice sculpture garden is not too far from here. Maybe we can check that out.
Sounds good to me. I follow Kaori down a small path. It looks like she's leading me to some kind of winter garden, but I can see something shimmering from the distance. As we get closer, there seems to be some statues made out of glass. No, not glass. Ice. Yeah, so we've gone to see it, I guess, snow festival or snow exhibit, like ice exhibit, I guess. Okay. Hundreds of ice sculptures fill the area. Some are even taller than me. The sunlight filters through, causing them to shimmer like crystals. Kaori gasps. It's so cold here that her breath puffs in front of her like a dragon.
This place is beautiful! I wonder if there's a competition.
I'm not sure. Feels like I'm in some sort of outdoor museum. A few people trickle by, pausing to look at different sculptures. One of the sculptures catches my eye. It's an ice sculpture of a beautiful woman. She stands in the middle of the garden, wearing a crown made of stars. Now I'm up close, I can see the fine details of her jewels and clothing. The sculpture was clearly talented. The sculptor was clearly talented. He somehow made it look as if her dress and hair are billowing in the wind. It's so lifelike and delicate for something so solid.
Oh, hello.
I look up to see an older looking man. He's wearing the same uniform as the people who work at the hotel. He must be someone who looks after this garden. He notices us checking out the sculpture and smiles.
The Ice Maiden caught your eye, I see.
Ice Maiden?
Oh, you don't know?
Oh, you don't know? Sounds so snobby. He gestures to the mountains surrounding us.
There's a legend surrounding this place. It all starts with this Ice Maiden. They make a new sculpture of her and put her in the center of this garden every year. The Ice Maiden was the spirit of winter, and she fell in love with a poet named Sammy. Our Black Diamond Slope is named after him.
He gestures to the towering mountain on the edge of the ground.
He wrote about the beauty of winter, how the ice sparkled like crystals, and the soft, powdery snow coated the world in a peaceful blanket. The Ice Maiden felt how much he loved winter, how he loved her, and she felt just as much in love with him.
Kaori's expression softens as she looks at the Ice Maiden.
That's so romantic.
He nods.
Well, she came down from the skies and tried to live here on Earth with him, but that ended up causing a never-ending winter. Crops couldn't grow and people were starving. She had no choice but to return to the sky. Sammy hated being torn away from his love, and he tried to build a ladder to the heavens, but mortals aren't allowed in the heavens, and he never made it. The year he died, the world was plunged into a deep freeze as blizzards stormed from her grief. Finally, the king of the heavens took pity on her. He placed the soul of Sammy within the mountain whose tip touches the sky, so the two of them can be together forever.
Oh man, I'm so childish, mate. Whose tip touches the sky, mate. That's all she needs, just a tip. God, I'm so childish, man. I ain't got medal open, so I could have clipped. That would have been such a good moment to clip. It is alright. I'm streaming tomorrow. I'll have it open. I'll have it open then. You know. Today, today's, it's 2 streams, one after the other, right? And I just literally returned to streaming in the past week, so I've got to ease back into it and get back into the groove, right? So that's my excuse, and it is an excuse. But as such, I don't have a clip, but it's fine. It is what it is. True love always prevails. That's kind of a bummer. What's the point of this story? If you love someone, you willing. If you truly love someone, you'll fight for them. You'll make sacrifices and do what you have to do to be with them. But that's not wrong. If it is true love, I'm glad the two of them are able to be together. True love always finds a way. I smile at Kaori, who blushes. The man chuckles.
That's right.
He stretches and gives us a nod.
Well, there's plenty more to see around here, so I hope you enjoy the rest of the garden.
We thank him as he walks away.
Let's go look at the rest of the ice sculptures.
Sure. We continue our way through the rest of the garden. I should have said that's kind of a bummer. That would have been funnier. We're able to see a few cool sculptures in the back. Someone carved an entire castle. I'm impressed by how each detail looks like it was painstakingly crafted. The sun rays shimmer through the towers and make it look as if it's lit from within. We pass a sculpture of a tiger with bared fangs, a massive tree with low-hanging branches, and even a dragon. By the time we're done, the sun is starting to sink into the sky. Kaori's cheeks are pink from the cold, and her breath puffs in front of her face. But her eyes are wide with wonder.
That was really beautiful, wasn't it?
I nod. A lot of them looked like they were magical. Which one was your favourite?
The Ice Maiden.
Really? He grows defensive.
Yeah, really. Why are you so surprised?
Curious? You're a secret romantic.
It was a nice story, okay?
She looks away, her face becoming even redder.
Well, which one was your favorite?
The giant castle, the regal dragon, the cool saber-toothed tiger. I don't know, I haven't really seen any of them. I could call one with the birds to the right of her. I guess it would be castles. I haven't seen the castle. I guess the dragon, the ice mate. I mean, everyone picks a dragon, though, right? Everyone picks a dragon. I want to be a special snowflake. Excuse the pun. I guess the Ice Maiden, we heard that story and it is interesting. We haven't heard any of the stories surrounding the others, so let's just do the Ice Maiden. I like the Ice Maiden too.
Really?
Yeah. I like the story behind her ice sculpture. Kaori grins broadly.
So did I.
She glances at the darkening sky.
This was fun, but we should head back.
Sure, if that's what you want.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. We want to make it back before it gets too dark.
True. I was ready for dinner by now anyway. We're about to head back, but Kaori leads me away from the hotel and deeper into the snowy woods. Wait, isn't the hotel room the other way?
Yes, but we aren't staying there tonight.
Where are we staying? She glances back at me and smiles.
It's a surprise.
Alright, let's open up middle actually, because I want to at least get one clip from today's stream. I'm not going to get touching the tip. It's just the tip of the mountain, but we can get at least one clip from today. Oh, nuts. Oh, I've got a phone call. Back in a sec. Always when I'm streaming, I get called. Always when I'm streaming. Alright, well, I've got a phone call saying to go out in a bit, but I did say, like, I'll do it after I'm done streaming, so there's that. The trip has just been surprised. Sorry, let me check if it's being clipped. Now clipping requested it. Yep, it's a requested game, so we are good to go. Terrific. Alright, let me minimize that. Alright, the trip has been surprise. The trip has just been surprise after surprise. I can't wait to find out what the next surprise is. Check marks are muted. Good. It's only a short walk before we come across an icy igloo. The round dome is a series of mirrored panels, reflecting sparkles of the waning sun. Snow covers the extended hall leading up to a solid door. Kaori slips a key out of her pocket and opens up the door. Following her inside, I'm greeted by a rush of warmth. The igloo is cosy, the perfect space for two. Plush cushions rest on top of a sleek love seat, and a large bed is centered within the room. There's a dining table with two piping hot meals set up. The fragrant aroma of roasted meat makes my stomach rumble. Ooh. But what takes my breath away is the view. I feel like I'm standing in the middle of a snowy field. The trees sway around us, their branches waving hello. Lingering snowflakes flutter in a frenzied dance, melting as it kisses the glass. The sun barely peaks above the horizon, the last rays faintly showering the snow with golden glitter. Whoa. Harry waits for my reaction.
What do you think?
Bit shit in it. What? This view is amazing. Her grin broadens.
Isn't it? The brochure said the best view is at night, where it feels like you're camping within the comfort of the dome.
I can't wait. My stomach grumbles again. I glance at the table. I really hope that's for us.
Yep. Let's eat before it gets cold.
We settle in and get cleaned up, then we sit down to eat. By the time we're done, the moon hangs high in the sky. Kaori and I snuggle up on the couch. She rests her head on my shoulder as my arm wraps around her waist. Together, we gaze at the stars all around us, tiny pinpricks of light which poke through the shroud of darkness. She pulls a fuzzy blanket over us, cuddling closer to me. I wrap my other arm around her too as I listen to her breathing. 2 steaming mugs of hot chocolate rest on the end tables while we wait for it to cool. Soft candlelight bathes the room in a warm glow. It's just enough light for us to see, but not enough to obstruct the view of the sky. It's beautiful. Kaori nods. Thank you for bringing me here. This whole trip so far, it's been perfect. I catch the smile on her lips before she buries her face against me, squeezing me in a hug.
I wanted to do something special.
Just being with you is special. I have to up my game. No, just take it from me. Just having someone in your life who gives a shit about you in that way, who actively cares and gives you their time of day in that way. That someone who's been alone for a long time, that is worth its weight in gold. Trust me on that. I rest my head on top of hers, enjoying her within my embrace. Just being able to spend this time with you is honestly all I need to be happy. I feel the heat rise to Kaori's face as she continues to lean against me. She looks up at me and I give her a soft kiss. Honestly, I'm a bit surprised. She looks back at me, genuinely curious.
Why?
I didn't think you were into the romantic stuff. Narrows her eyes and sits a bit straighter.
What makes you think I'm not?
I laugh. You just don't seem like the type who would care about that stuff. She looks like she's about to protest. It's not a bad thing. It's like how I was surprised by how girly your room looks and that you were a ballerina. If I'd have known you back then, I'd have never guessed you liked gears. Kaori pauses, then sighs.
It wasn't until I was in high school that I decided to seriously look at piloting.
Really? So what got you into it?
I'd always liked it, actually. Even when I was dancing ballet and playing dress-up.
You played dress-up? She glares at me. I have no problem with that. We can keep playing dress-up. Never mind. Sorry, you're right. That's not the important part.
Anyway, even though I liked piloting in gears, I never really pursued it because I didn't think that was something that girls were supposed to like. And I watched my sisters and my friends who all loved dresses and makeup and all of the traditional girly stuff. And I figured that's what I needed to love too. So I wore the cute dresses and I danced ballet because that's what girls are supposed to do.
Did you even enjoy any of those things?
Well, I mean, yeah, I wouldn't have done it if I hated it.
She stumbles over her answer, refusing to make eye contact with me. Her face is as red as a tomato. I can't hold back my smile. She's just too cute. If you liked it, then why did you stop? She hesitates.
I had an epiphany at the end of middle school.
That timeline sounds familiar. I think back to when Kaori and May's friendship had been strained. That had started right around the end of middle school, when Kaori found out Ryuta wasn't interested in her. Because of Ryuta? She nods reluctantly, and that's the reference there. That's the reference there. With the timeline sounds familiar. But this was probably mentioned back in Ace Academy, right? And obviously, this is a spin-off of that. So that's a reference where you'd have to play Ace Academy to get that reference. I mean, obviously it's been explained here, but that's something that you kind of have to you would appreciate that reference more if you had the prior knowledge, right? She nods reluctantly.
After that happened, I learned a lot of different things, and one of the things I realized was that there's no rule on what girls are supposed to do. I didn't hate all that girly stuff, but it never quite felt like it was me either. So, I decided to start doing what I wanted to do and be who I wanted to be. Piloting was a lot easier to transition into than I thought it'd be. It helped me focus on myself. When I'm in Aura, there's just the battle.
Think about what she says, and I understand. When I'm in Eagle, I feel safe and powerful, like I can take on the world. After all, I'm literally encased in armour. I get it. I feel the same way in Eagle. She nods.
I started focusing more on fitness and health, so I could be a better pilot. Ballet actually helped me increase my flexibility and gave me the foundation I needed for conditioning.
It sure did. I can picture her bending over as if it were yesterday. Because it was.
And as I grew stronger and more confident, I became less scared to speak my mind. How could anyone know what I was thinking if I didn't just say it?
Very true, Kaori. Very, very true. If only more women could think like you.
It seems pointless to not just tell the truth.
You got that right, sister. Her expressions... I'm going to annoy a couple people. Sorry. I couldn't resist. Excuse me. Her expression softens, and suddenly she seems strangely vulnerable. She wrings her hands together anxiously.
But I know that a lot of times people don't like how blunt I am, or they think I'm scary.
Well, there is a right and a wrong way to go about it, right? And I know some people like to go off of the notion, not to get like, you know, let's say political here, but some people like to go off the notion, right, when a guy is blunt, right, he's a badass, right, he's just speaking his mind. But when a woman does it, she's a bitch, right? It's, you know, it's seen in a more positive light. So I disagree with that. I think if a guy is blunt, it depends on what they're saying, right? It depends on the context, the subject matter, the target focus, all of that, right? It's not just black and white, you know. It's not just okay. If a guy says it, if a guy's blunt, right, and direct, he's a badass. No, it depends on what they're saying, who to, and why. You know, there's a lot of things that factor into whether that person's seen in a good light or not, right? But you know, it really depends, right? But you know, that's a sexist stereotype, and I think that stereotype is wrong if people do think that, right? You shouldn't just write a woman off as a bitch or, you know, as wrong because she's being blunt, right? I myself prefer when people are straight and honest with me. I'd rather if there's a problem or someone thinks something wrong about me, right? Like, you know, that's a problem. I'd rather them just tell me straight up and be honest with me. I don't like when people beat around the bush or sugarcoat things, right? I take things to heart, sure, but at the same time, I prefer it when people are honest, right? But I don't care if it's a guy or a woman. If they're being blunt and they're being an arsehole about it, I'm gonna call them up on it. I don't care if you're a man or a woman. I'm gonna write you off as negative if you're being negative in the way that you're being blunt. So I don't think when you're blunt, that's inherently a bad thing, because I prefer it when people are honest and straight up with me, right? But it's the way they go about it that can determine whether it paints them in a negative light or not, is what I'm saying. Right? But I do think the notion of, like, you know, inherently a woman is a bitch if she does that, but a guy isn't. No. You know, if a woman or a guy is straight up and honest with me, I'm going to respect them. I'm going to, you know, have more respect and understanding for them if they're straight up and honest with me. You know. But if they're saying it and if they're saying something negative, right, and they're painting it and it's not constructive or, you know, with the intent of, you know, being good to me, then obviously I'm going to call them up on it, right? I don't care if they're a guy or a woman, but I do get what she's saying though. It's what, you know, that's the point. I do get what she's saying.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe I should have tried to be less outspoken.
Her voice travels off and she looks wistfully back up at the sky. Don't think like that. She doesn't move. Kaori. At the sound of her name, she finally returns my gaze. Her eyes search my own. She waits to hear what I have to say. Tell her you love her. I wonder how you feel with a kiss. Forget about them. I think actions speak louder than words. Instinctively, I lean in close and her gaze flicks to my lips. Bringing my hands around her face, I brush away a stray lock of hair. She responds to my touch, inching closer. As I look at her, I'm certain of how I feel. I've never met anyone else who is as beautiful inside and out as Kaori. She may have a fiery side, but I know that everything she says and everything she does comes from her incredibly generous and caring heart, and I need her to know just how amazing she is. Closing the gap, I press my lips against hers in a passionate kiss. A mix of emotions pour through me as my heart unloads everything I feel. She responds eagerly, drinking me in, pulling me closer. I melt into her touch until we finally, breathlessly, pull away.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how I feel about you. She smiles shyly, but her gaze remains on me.
That's how I feel about you too.
Her words spark an electricity in my chest. Warmth blossoms in my heart, and I pull her in for another kiss. She giggles as she falls into me. We spend the rest of the night entangled together underneath the silvery light of the moon. Our hot chocolates are long forgotten and as cold as the frozen landscape. I never want this moment to end. Closing my eyes, I savour the feeling of blissful peace, and then wake up in the library of 8 Academy as it was all a dream. I hate it when the games do that, man. I hate it when games go. I've played games where that's happened, and it was such a dick punch. That's such a cop out, because it robbed you of your investment of the game and of the story, right? It was all a dream. It never really happened, right? It's horrible. I hate games like that. I hate stories like that. It's so bad. I jerk awake to a yelp. My heart kicks up into my throat and I sit straight up. What? Everything is bright and fuzzy. I squint through the ribbon of sunlight cutting through the ceiling. Kaori, what's going on? Kaori backs away from the edge of the dome and shuffles frantically next to me. Are you okay?
No!
What's the matter? She points to something outside of the dome.
Over there!
My brows furrow. I look to where she's pointing, but there's nothing but snow and evergreens. I don't see anything. Kaori furiously shakes her head.
It's still out there!
Stay here, I'll investigate. Scary. You should investigate. Well, guess we're going to die. I didn't do it before. I've got to take the chance now. I guess this is our life now.
You're just going to give up?
We're trapped in here by some scary invisible thing that I can't see.
It's not invisible! It's over there!
I still have no idea what she's pointing at. I have to just accept our fate.
No! Come on! I'll show you.
Fine. I untangle myself from Kaori's arms and slip off of the couch. I quickly put on my boots and coat, not bothering to tie my laces or zip up. I open the door, I look around. A cool breeze snakes up the back of my neck, making me shiver. Kaori comes up behind me, staying as close as possible.
There!
He points at something shifting in the bushes. I squint.
It's in there!
He grabs onto my arm with a death grip. Frowning, I take a step closer. Something shifts in the bushes again. My heart starts hammering in my chest. Be careful, we don't know what's in there. Snow flurries off of the leaves and branches as the creature stirs within. Then, a fluffy bunny hops out. No, cute little bunny! Okay, so where's the scary thing? So, where is it?
Are you blind? It's right
He points at he points a trembling finger at the rabbit. You're scared of the bunny.
No,
But as the rabbit's ears prick, she hides behind me.
don't let it near me.
Harry, it's fine. It's only a bunny.
It's sinister.
That's ridiculous. I take a closer look. The rabbit looks as soft as whipped cream. Its white fur blends in with the snowy terrain. I can make out a scarlet slash across its mouth. Red bubbles and drips down its fur. A chill runs down my spine. Is that blood? It looks like it's doing something. Is this some kind of demonic rabbit? I'll protect you. Begone, Bunicula. What happened to it? I hope the poor thing isn't injured. My pulse thrums. I give the rabbit a closer look. I notice some bright red berries peeking in the bushes behind it. I let out a sigh of relief. Oh, thank God. Not a demonic rabbit after all. It was just eating the berries on the bush. He peeks around me again and then cringes.
Just tell it to go away or something.
I start to piece things together in my head. I start to piece things together in my head. If she was still afraid of it, even after I showed her it wasn't dangerous. Harry, are you just afraid of rabbits or something? I hear her sucking a breath.
So what if I am?
But it's just the rabbit. What's there to be afraid of?
Can't you see its teeth
Yeah.
and its claws and glowing red eyes
No.
and the foam coming out of its mouth and its horns?
Do you even know what a rabbit is? She scowls, crossing her arms.
Of course I do. I saw them in Bunny Darko.
Bunny Darko? That horror movie? He
My
nods.
sisters were babysitting me when I was little and put it on. The rabbit was all bloody and disfigured. I had nightmares for weeks.
But it's a movie. It's pretend.
So, I don't trust them.
The rabbit scratches at its ear with one of its big feet. It gives us another curious glance before darting off in the other direction. I watch it disappear across the snow. I smile a little and shake my head. Well, it's okay. It's gone now.
Good.
I slip my hand into hers. And we have a full day ahead of us. Without rabbits. Harry slowly nods.
That's true.
What fun things did you plan for us this time? By talking about something else, Kaori will forget about the rabbit. It seems to work as she perks up.
Tonight is the winter market. I wonder if it's changed a lot since I was a kid.
I guess we'll find out later. Maybe we can get some breakfast at the lodge and then go skiing after.
Yeah, but first, you should maybe tie your boots.
I glance down. Oh, right. I have been in such a hurry before. And you'll probably need a little more clothes than just your PJs. Kaori glances down at herself and her cheeks redden. Okay. Oh, you press escape. I was right clicking. My bad, I thought this was Renpire for a second. But it's not. I think they made their games of Unity. Not Renpire. I know this because I believe I asked at one point when I was looking to doing a visual novel at one point. And they switched. I think they originally did use Renpire, but then they switched to Unity. No idea why, but you know, whatever, to each your own. Alright, so thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate you being here. I didn't get a lot of clips there, but hopefully I can get one or two clips out of it. Even just one clip for today that would be nice. That tip of the mountain one would have been the one. But unfortunately, I didn't have Medal open at the time. That's my bad. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I know this wasn't a super long stream or super long visual novel, but obviously I wanted to sort of stop at this time so I can maybe get go out in time and Also, just because, you know, it's you know, it's only supposed to be like an hour anyway, so I don't want to do the visual novel for too long. Excuse me. But yeah, thanks so much for watching, everybody. I'll hopefully see you tomorrow for part 4. Well, tomorrow for more Dissidia and part 4 of the visual novel. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody. If I don't see you tomorrow, have a good rest of your weekend. And I hope I'll see you during the week, or if I don't see you ever again, I appreciate you being here at all. And if I was with your entertainment to any extent, be it first monitor, second monitor, background, noise, you know, audio only, whatever, you know, I appreciate you being here. Thank you. So take care. I'd like to have a good rest of your weekend. I hope to see you tomorrow for more Dissidia and part 4 of the visual novel. If not, I hope to see you during the week. And if I don't see you again, thanks so much for even giving me a chance to begin with. Anyway, take care. Have a good one. See you guys later. Subscribe. Take care. Bye.